EAS postgame show, right? Did I get that right?
EAS Mileplex postgame show.
Oh, okay. There you go. That's why we go with the experts on all this stuff. Blue Jackets lose tonight to the Chicago Blackhawks. Let's get Jody's take on this game tonight. I would imagine you're going to stick with your theme. First game of the preseason, relax.
Yeah, I mean, you have to take something from it. The score was tough to watch. There was a few plays that were good. The guys put in a great effort. I mean, this has been a tough week for these guys. Coming out of Traverse City, a lot of the guys we saw tonight on the ice here. Some excitement to play in their first preseason game, a couple of them, Coolius for sure. And power play had some work. Panarin had some good opportunities. Forsberg, I thought, was the star for them. The effort of the Chicago Blackhawks seemed to be pretty good. They seem to be a little bit fresher. But, again, it is the first preseason game. It is mid-part of the first week, really not even the first week of camp, but a lot of heavy lifting done here. The players will never admit it, but you could tell they had tired legs out there. And this team is they've saw some things tonight. You saw Dubois on the power play. You saw Camper out there. You saw Seth Jones get a couple of goals. But other than that, yeah, you're right. You can just kind of push this aside and come back tomorrow. They're going to have practice here again tomorrow. There'll be a fresh group ready for St. Louis. But my take on tonight is not a bad effort. Love the way they stuck with it towards the end, even though the score was out of hand. And don't read too much into this. There's a lot more camp left.
Yeah, and when you talk about playing to the end, they pulled the goaltender at the end. They tried to put some pressure on. The coaches kept this game as though it was a one-goal game here tonight, and they played it with that kind of mindset. And, again, to see what they get out of the players.
Well, we talked about it on the broadcast. The coaches for the Columbus Blue Jackets were up in the rafters watching closely. And they're not watching for the pretty play, per se, is what we can notice. They're watching the details. Players playing defensive positionally, players not cutting away from situations, and especially when it gets out of hand. That's when they see what they've really got, when things aren't going well for the team. So that's where I think they can learn. They probably saw some things tonight that we didn't see, and I'm sure they'll address it tomorrow.
All right, and as Jody said, tomorrow there is another game. It'll be a different group going to St. Louis, but we'll have it for you tomorrow night. 8 o'clock Eastern time is the face-off in that game. 7:45 is when pregame coverage starts. That'll do it for our portion of the EAS postgame show. Ryan Mitchell will return with you right after this on the El Dorado Scioto Downs Blue Jackets Radio Network.